Okay, so if you've ever traded tokens on Solana, you know this feeling. You see a chunk of your SOL just get locked up, gone from your available balance. So where did it go? And more importantly, can you get it back? Well, in this explainer, we're going to answer both of those questions. Let's dive in.
Picture this. You just swap for some hot new token. You go check your wallet, and your SOL balance is dropped by way more than just the gas fee. It's confusing, right? It happens to pretty much everyone. The big question is, where did that SOL actually disappear to?
And that brings us right to it. Why is your SOL being locked in the first place? Let me tell you right now, it is not a bug, and you haven't lost it forever. It's actually a core feature of how Solana is built, and we're about to break it all down for you.
To find the answer, we have to look under the hood at Solana's most basic, fundamental building block. It's a concept that's going to change how you think about your wallet. We need to talk about accounts.
So, straight from Solana's own documentation, an account is just the network's basic unit for storing data. You can think of it like a little file, or maybe a container that lives on the blockchain. Your main wallet, every token you own, every program, they all exist inside these individual accounts.
And listen, this is the absolute key to understanding everything. It's not like one big shoebox for all your coins. Every single different type of token you own gets its own separate account. So, if you're holding SOL, WIF, and BUNK, you actually have 3 totally separate accounts linked to your wallet, one for each token.
Now, these accounts have a specific structure, a unique address and owner, but it's that last point on the list that solves our mystery. Every single account must hold a minimum amount of SOL just to exist on the blockchain. This minimum balance is called rent, and that, my friends, is the clue we've been looking for.
So, let's talk about this rent. You know, storing data costs money and resources, even on a massive blockchain. Rent is basically Solana's way of managing the cost of keeping millions and millions of these accounts active on the network forever. Here's the perfect way to think about it. Imagine each new token account is a storage locker. To use that locker for the first time, you have to put down a small, refundable security deposit. That's exactly what's happening with your SOL. It's not a fee that you're paying and losing. It's a deposit that you can actually get back.
So behind the scenes, the process is super simple. You get a new token. A brand new account gets created just for that token. Then a tiny bit of your SOL, usually about 0.002 SOL, gets moved into that new account as a deposit. This makes the account rent-exempt, meaning its storage cost is paid for upfront. That SOL is now locked. It's still yours. It's just being held as collateral.
And this isn't some random number they pull out of thin air. The Solana docs show there's a very precise formula for calculating this rent-exempt minimum. Now, you do not need to memorize this, trust me. The only thing you need to know is that this is a predictable, fundamental rule of the network. It's just how it works.
And here it is. This is the light bulb moment. A transaction fee is a payment. You spend that SOL and poof, it's gone for good. But account rent, that's a deposit. It's your SOL just being held to keep the account open, and this is the best part. It is 100% reclaimable.
Okay, so mystery solved. Every new token you get creates a new account that locks up a small SOL deposit. Now for the really good part, getting that deposit back into your wallet. Let's walk through exactly how you do it. The rule is just incredibly simple. You can only get your SOL deposit back when that token account is completely empty. It's just like our storage locker analogy, right? You can't get your security deposit back if you've still got stuff inside the locker.
So it's a really easy 3-step process. First, get that token balance down to 0. Sell it, swap it, send it, whatever you got to do. Second, look for a close empty accounts feature in your wallet. If it doesn't have one, tools like Sol Incinerator work great. Third, you just execute the transaction and bam, that locked SOL deposit is sent right back to your main wallet. It's really that simple.
So why even bother with all this? Well, first, you get more usable SOL back in your wallet. And if you trade a lot, this can seriously add up over time. Second, it's just good wallet hygiene. It cleans up all those useless zero-balance accounts. And maybe most importantly, you now get a core mechanic of how Solana works, which means no more confusion about where your SOL went.
So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know the secret of locked SOL, how much of it do you have just sitting there in old, forgotten accounts? Go on, check your wallet. You might be pretty surprised by what you find. Thanks for joining this explainer.